Player 1, check, check. Player 1, check, check. Player 1, check. Player 1, Player 1, check. Check 1. Sorry, my comms got knocked off. Player 1, check. We're good.
Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand after defeat. So fly, time to fly. Glory waits for those who fight. We unite, we are street fighters.
I guess it's time to start warming up. just have to strike out on their own.
Let's do this.
5v5, we have 10 of the best players in the United States who are going to get a team battle going on between these two team captains. As you can see here, RobTV on the one side, Brian F on the other. Now, they have already done the coin flip to determine who gets to pick first. The winner of that, this man over here, Brian F. And so, Brian, talk to me about how you're feeling today, and then give me your first pick.
Feeling pretty good because, you know, it's been an excellent CPT year doing No Neutral with RobTV. I got to see him grow into the player he is today, not only one of the best in America, but in the world, quite frankly. But along that journey, he's been firing a lot of shots. And I think they're all in the room here today. So this is not a 1v1. This is not, you know, first to five with me and Rob. This is a 5v5. It's a team effort here. So that said, I know I got the loyalty of my team behind my back. And that said, you know, I got the first pick. And that's the hard part. I'm doing you a favor at this point, getting the first pick out of the way. And, you know, this is definitely the toughest decision of the whole draft, but I got to go with Idom. I'm picking Idom for the first pick.
All right, it's a big pick. It's a big pick. The man in the back there. Yeah. What do you think about that pick? And tell me how you're feeling, and then give me your pick.
I mean, the first thing I'll say is that that's the dumbest pick that you probably could have, you know what I mean? Are you serious? You really went with young Idom over Punk the Gizzy. Before I even get to my pick, I want to make sure I respond to something. I hate when people say, oh, there's no I in team and all that type of soft stuff. Those are just the guys who feel like they need a crutch. They need to lean on someone. Honestly, if it was up to me, I don't even know if I have any teammates, to be quite honest, David. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about competition. It's all about your energy. If you that nice, then you can just win. But of course, when it comes to me versus Brian, there's just a certain energy in the air, you know, because he is so good and he is the top influencer in the game, in my opinion. But when it comes to these sticks, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, what happens when we play? I don't even know if Brian has won more than 3 games against me this entire CPT season. So there's just an energy, an aura of losing over there. With that being the case, my first pick is easily going to be my brother, Punk the God. Off of our energy and trash talking alone, we are going to win.
If you had first pick, which one would it have been?
Punk the God.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. There you can see the first couple picks up on the screen. So, Brian, it is now back to you to decide who your next pick is going to be.
This is why I like having the first pick. I'm getting all the counter picks out of the way. And I'm getting the guy who's kept up with the times, kept up with the meta, even when things were shifting a little bit. I got to go with Young Art. He's going on the squad.
Interesting. Okay. Arturo, you are right back here. How do you feel about that second pick?
Feeling pretty good. I like my chances, especially with the Idom on the squad. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Hopefully it shows in all of our gameplay and we all pull our weight together.
All right. Well, good luck. Okay, let's head over to Rob. So, Rob, your second pick?
I mean, I feel like it's really nice that we roll Art out of their retirement home to come play some Street Fighter V, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a beautiful thing that the OG is out here and gonna get to roll around with the young bucks. But with that being the case, he brought up the fact that, you know, RobTV has beef with a few players and all that are here. But in the end of the day, all of these guys are champions in their own right. So I know you're probably referencing some people like the guy that I'm gonna pick, and that is none other than the West Coast, arguably finest. Well, no, right now I gotta be Dark Neff. But the second best guy on the West Coast, Chris CCH. My man has a ridiculous Luke, and you think that he just wants to beat me while he's out here? No, not at all. They don't get the same shine as the NLBCs and all that. And this guy already got art. He got out on the two of the biggest representatives of that tournament over there. He has something to prove. He has a chip on his shoulder, and he is about to show you why he is who he is.
So you picked him. He's right back here. Here he is. The other guy you mentioned as being the best on the West Coast is right here. Can you explain to me why you went with that side of the couch and not with this side of the couch?
Oh, 100%. Because it's strategy. It's deeper than that. So there's also still character matchups and whatnot. And in the end of the day, I feel like there's more counters to Colleen than there are to Luke. Like, let's be serious.
Okay. All right. So we're back to Brian now for your third pick.
You know, you're talking about the West Coast here. As a new West Coast transplant myself, you know, I've been shooting with these guys in the gym. I know what they're about, you know, and it's true. The West Coast doesn't get the shine they deserve. They're putting in the work out there. They got some of the finest in the business. So you're right about that. I got to go with Dark Neff, the best in the West Coast. You said it himself. Forget the strategy at that point. You even said it yourself. It's all about being the best. I'm taking Neff.
All right, lots of praise for the West Coast, which I'm happy to see. Here, let's talk with Neff a little bit. How do you feel about getting chosen right there, especially after he gave you this kind of backhanded compliment and didn't go with you at all?
Yeah, that was surprising to me. It sounded like Rob was really gonna pick me, and then he just kind of pivoted at the last second and picked Chris CCH just because he plays Luke. Like, that's kind of mean, I think.
Does that put a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah, I kind of want to be Rob now.
All right, powering him up. All right.
Man, I might have to go first and play against Neff just because he's talking like that. But we ain't giving away our strats like that. It's a team decision. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, it's extremely rough. Like, I actually wonder who the chat would go with in this spot. Man, we got Sean, Smug, the Beast. Oh, this is kind of rough. Just a kid. I am gonna have to go with. Oh my gosh. I gotta go with Smug the Beast, man. I gotta go with Smug the Beast. Look how he's looking right there. My man has catchphrases. You know, he understands what entertainment value is all about. The man has a flat talk in 2022. That means that he stands on his own too. With me, Smug, and Punk the God on the same team, do you know how much entertainment value that is? We have to be America's favorite team.
All right, yeah, there you can see it on your screen. So we have had 3 from each of you so far. That means that you only have 1 left to make, and that also means that you make his decision for him by making this last pick. So give me the last member of your team.
This is a lot of pressure. I'm not going to lie. I got 2 great players in front of me, both equally deserving being on the squad. But you know what? I might have had a different idea in mind coming up here, but right now, I think I got to go with my heart a little bit. And I've seen this player grow up from where he's been. You know, I've seen him in the beginning when he was a 6'4", just a kid. And now he's a 6'4", just a man. I'm picking just a kid for my squad.
Do you feel like that is that a team-based decision? Is that a matchup-based decision? How would you categorize that?
That's just my son. That's it.
How do you feel? You don't look super excited.
I mean, that's my dad. He actually, he taught me what a meaty was. I mean, enough said right there. He's literally my #1 FC dad.
Well, that's very cute, and good luck on your team. But now, I guess we know who's on your team, but can you still nevertheless give me that last pick?
Oh, of course, it's going to be my former Team Gale member, one of my best friends, none other than Sean. And you see, this is the problem. For everyone watching at home, don't be like Brian. Like, why would you do that? It's all about wins and losses. I don't care who's my friend or none of that. I love just a kid. If it was down to him and Sean, do you know who I would have picked? I'll be honest, I would have picked just, no, damn no, in no way. I definitely would have picked Sean regardless. So in this situation, I feel like he just nailed the coffin. It's completely over with. Brian, you deserve what you're about to get.
Can you give me a wrap up on everybody you picked on your team? What is Team RobTV?
I mean, honestly, I just feel like we're a team of titans. You know, like, I feel like that's the perfect word to explain it.
Name them for me.
Big Hollywood RobTV. I mean, enough said about that. Punk the God, who's, I mean, the best Street Fighter V player of all time. The only person that you can argue with is Taquito, but for me, Punk is the best Street Fighter V player of all time. Punk, calm down over there. Don't get your head too big. Chris CCH, I mean, I feel like that guy is actually probably like the fastest rising star in America right now, especially after we saw what happened with him at Red Bull Kumite. Smug the Beast, the fan favorite, and then last but not least, of course, Endemic's very own Shine. Our whole team is full of superstars.
All right, well, good luck. And then, Brian, just give me one last wrap-up as well. I want you to name each member of your team and tell me how you're thinking about the whole thing.
We have the reigning Capcom Cup champion here, Idom, I mean, that's like working on 3 years right there. So that's undisputed. So on that alone, I think we got everything covered. But on top of that, we got the counter picks out of the way. You know, we strategize a little bit here. We got young Art on our side. Everyone complaining about Dalsum. Why not? You can't beat him, you know, join him. We got the best in the West Coast, Dark Neff. I mean, he's been winning nonstop. Every title you can think of, he collected. And of course, the #1 person that everyone's sleeping on here. I don't like this energy. Just my son, just a kid. Watch, I'm waiting for him to do some work this match. So that's the team right there. We're about to cook up the competition.
All right. Well, good luck to you as well. We are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the No Neutral 5v5 in just a little bit.
Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand have turned to feast. So fly, time to fly. Glory waits for those who fight. We unite, we are street fighters.
If I go too far, please forgive me. Job well done. Jamie!
Lock and loaded, it's time for war.
Can't start a show without the star.
This is the path of my destiny. Come on, let's turn up the heat. About time to finish this. See what I'm really made of.
I'll show you.
How do you like this?
It's time for war.
That is the truth of what you must seek.
And welcome back to the No Neutral 5v5 people. We are live with that Street Fighter 5, and I do mean live. Before we get to the fisticuffs and the rundown for the team battle, we gotta run them introductions. My name is St. Cola, and I am joined with Ultra Dave. How you doing, my dog?
I'm super excited to be here. Man, the way that even just the draft right there went, I thought was really cool. Some decisions that I wasn't sure how they would go, and some decisions that I just actually didn't expect as well.
Yeah, honestly, looking at what had happened, some of them made sense, right? Some of them were played by heart. We look at Team Brian F's team right here, Idom, Art, Nephew, and then he said at the end, I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go with what's inside and pick Just a Kid. Rob, however, seemed a little anti-team out here with the Punk. Chris CCH, Smug, and Shine said we will work individually and come through in the team. And honestly, if I'm looking at this, I was kind of mean because he's like, it's all about the individuality. He's kind of the villain of the piece. I'm not gonna lie. Rob, you looking like the villain.
Yep, especially with that jacket. I can definitely see that. For the Brian F team, his decisions I thought were very interesting. So, right off the bat, right, the decision is, do you go with Idom or Punk as the first? Everybody was talking about this before the event. Which decision would you make if you were the one who won the coin toss? And there were different theories about that. Do you... Idom maybe is, in some people's view, this is what people were saying, maybe a little bit more stable in some ways. Never gonna knock him off his game. Right. He's always gonna be there playing seriously, taking it seriously. Punk, on the other hand, is somebody who's obviously extremely good. Yeah. Maybe he's the best, but maybe he shows up and he wants to play rando character. You know, you never know. So you have the obvious upsides of him, you have the obvious upsides of Idom, and it was, I thought, very unclear as to which way this would go. And I asked Brian, when did you make your decision? And he was like, just right now.
Literally in the moment. I mean, it's kind of hard. You look at the choices that we see, even with Idom and Punk, being in the runnings. You have Art, Chris CCH, and Nephew, Smug, Shine, Just a Kid. All these strong competitors, all of them doing different things for this team battle, right? You got not only their strengths as players, but who they pick as characters, and that's going to come into play. And again, Rob just really focusing on the fact that I'm picking Punk because I know that he's going to get the job done by himself. I don't have to lead him too much. I don't lead him to water. He's just going to go there and drink. And Chris CCH, Smug, and Shine, those are the type of players that he feels, at least in his mind, can do without the team talk and stuff like that. Again, will that come to bite him in the ass? I'm not sure. I kind of hope it does because he's talking a lot of mess. But we'll have to see what happens. And we definitely have a different thing that we see than we usually see in fighting games, right? This is a this is a 5v5 team battle right here, so it's got some different rules in store.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, this is first to 3 for each of the matches. It's not character locked. Pick whatever you want, although of course you can't switch unless you've lost. And then it's going to be 2 fresh players each time. So after a match happens, the team that has won gets to then pick their player first to go. The team that has just lost then gets to make the decision about who they're going to counter with by picking second. So that's how it's going to go one way all the way through. Again, each individual match is going to be first to 3. It looks like we have seen which 2 players will be starting things out for their respective teams. Team Brian F, as you're seeing on your screen right there, that will be Just a Kid starting things out. And for Team RobTV, it's going to be Chris CCH.
The young guns going up first. They said the youngest, literally the youngest of the squad, and of everybody here, to be honest. Just a Kid and Chris CCH, the younger crowd, the younger generation. And I feel like if you look at the younger generation of Street Fighter V players, a little bit more risky, a little bit more about the dash-up DPs and things like that. It's harder to contain what they want to do in the neutral. And a little bit not as traditional, but I think that kind of can play to their benefit. And also, maybe to the detriment, we do see that Chris CCH has ran a lot of the Luke, right? In fact, he's probably the premier Luke player in the West Coast, maybe the U.S. If we look at the results of Wednesday Night Fights, continuous wins over and over again, if not top spots. At the other hand, I think, and I don't want to speak too clearly on this because I'm not 100% sure, I think Rashid might do okay if Just a Kid goes that way. I don't want to say he beats Luke because it's rare for that character to be beat, but I think Rashid can put up a fight.
Well, you're mentioning Rashid. People can't exactly see it at home right now. Maybe you'll catch it at some point, but the back of his jacket's got a big old picture of Jury on it. The character that, of course, he's so well known for using for so long. Let's talk as well about Sabin as being the second choice for Team Brian F. This is, I can recall not even too long ago that there have been some team tournaments that Art was in where he was last or second to last picked. That was really just a couple of years ago. He has it sounds silly because he's always been so good, but has leveled up tremendously, even from being a really good player to being one of the best players in the country, one of the best also certainly in the world.
Oh yeah.
And he, I think, presents a lot of experience, of course. He's been playing for a long time, and that can also be valuable in a team situation like this.
That's a really good point. The fact that he has been around the block for a long time, is finally getting his shine. And he's one of those players that I remember talking to him. He actually DM'd me once. He was like, hey man, don't put a target on my back. I'm like, bro, you done did it yourself. If you look at your results, you've been winning tournament after tournament. There was that one week where he won multiple tournaments. I think it was like 3 tournaments in a row. There was one tournament, or one day he won 2 tournaments. And Casa and something else, I'm not 100% sure. But we've seen him at Casa. We've seen him at Bruce Lee. We've seen him at some of the online locals, every so often, things like that. Yeah. Obviously NLBC. Yeah. He's taken down people in this list right here, even Idom, forcing Idom to have a long conversation on him. I've never seen Idom be mad in my life. But he forced Idom to have a 30-minute to like an hour-long conversation about why Sim is cheap and considering going mostly poison. That's wild. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that match is not going to happen here, right? They're on the same team.
Right.
But then let's talk as well about Nephew. I thought it was very interesting that Rob talked Nephew up and then decided to go with Chris.
He's a villain. This dude's a villain. How are you going to talk up somebody like that?
What's that about?
What are you on?
What was that about? I mean, obviously going with Chris is not a bad choice. He's so strong, but I just thought that was like a funny way to phrase it. Yeah, Nephew's great. Obviously, very, very talented player.
Right.
And I think he's a really good pick. I like that he adds, such a fantastic footsies game to this list. I mean, I guess they're all very strong in that front, but of course, that's really what stands out to me about his game. He's got a very strong character in Colleen, of course, and I think that he brings a lot to this team. And then on the other side, let's talk a little bit about Smug.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Smug here?
I feel like he's still a strong threat. We saw him win an offline tournament recently, a couple months ago, and he's been doing work when he has a chance to play. Obviously, we haven't seen him a lot in a lot of the tournaments, things like that. He doesn't really show out too much, but when he does come out, he does do a lot of work. He still has a G, which is still good this season. Got to put a little bit more work. The 9-to-5 plus overtime, if the character work, but he's still good. And then Balrog, of course. Like many people's top spots.
Super good.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah.
Beyond that, so I think with those character picks, there's a lot that he can deal with, and I think he's a fantastic choice. Same with Shine, who is on the come up, I should say, and has a Cody pick in play. I have not seen a Cody pick like this in the U.S. ever, to be honest. Besides Hoji, maybe him and Hoji are the only 2 Cody picks that I would say are notable. But let's get back in the action right here. Chris CCH is going up against Jessica, getting the young guns coming through to see what it do.
I think that's a super cool start between these two teams. Keep in mind that there's going to be a lot of strategy about who will then follow them up. Each time, this was a blind pick. Neither side knew which one of the other was going to be picked. So that is something to very much look forward to. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the matches after this.
Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand have turned to feast. So fly, time to fly. Glory waits for those who fight. We unite, we are street fighters.
So, you really want to go through the trouble? Fine. All clear! Easy mode too much? Show up. Sucks to be you. I'm always ready for a fight. Let's go! After it!
Fear my strength.
Have a taste of this! Don't take this personal!
I'll show no mercy.
This is for my fellow hunters! I'll show you no mercy! Go and go!
Welcome to the No Neutral 5v5. We have a team tournament between two extremely strong players here in Street Fighter, teams in Street Fighter V. 10 of the best players that we have in the United States of America, including some of definitely the best in the world. My name's Ultra David. With me, Sankola.
How y'all doing? Hope y'all ready for some great offline Street Fighter V again. This team tournament's coming through, and despite the fact that Rob had kind of positioned it as a singular thing, I hope he moves as a singular unit, okay? Because the team tournament play requires a little bit more than what's usually offered. Usually, for fighting games, it's a 1v1 situation. But now you got to think about team composition. You got to think about when they're going up. You got to think about stamina too, because obviously rotations are going to be a big pain point too as well. But in fact, let's talk about the format. Let's get into it a little bit more.
Definitely, yeah. So this format, obviously, it's a 5v5 tournament. When all 5 players on the team have lost, that's it. That's how it works.
Bye-bye.
Each one of those matches is a 3 out of 5. So we're going to make sure that we know that somebody has truly lost or truly won. It's good old 3 out of 5 in order to move on. The first players that come up are blind pick. So nobody knows on the other team which player is going to come up. After that, the team that has won the previous match has to send out their next player first. And then the team that has just lost has to, or gets to send out their player second, meaning basically that they get to counter pick. So, you lost, you don't want to lose. But here's a little bit of an extra. And just to say as well, it is not character locked. So if somebody wants to pick whatever wild character they can, up to them.
I want to see the best, though. I want to be impressed because we, again, have the best in the U.S. Some would say, this is the list. And speaking of the list, we've got Brian, F's team, Idom, Art, Nephew, Jessica, and Rob coming through with the Punk, Chris, CCH, Smug, and Shine to end things out.
Which one of these two teams do you like before we get this going? Give me your prediction, buddy.
Listen, my mind says Rob has the stronger team in terms of results. My heart says Brian F. All right?
I'm actually the exact opposite.
Really?
Yeah, my mind says Brian F, and my heart says Rob.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I don't think that there's a way to go wrong here. I think that either way that you go, it's going to be a lot of great Street Fighter. It's going to be a lot of great matches. There's going to be a lot of close matches. I do not at all expect a blow up. You saw a little bit of info about each of these two players just a bit ago. As you mentioned, they're both young. They haven't been doing this for super long.
Yeah.
they have both been actually playing for a long time. In terms of, boy, compared to somebody like Arturo Sanchez Sabin, NYC Furby, he has been doing this for more than 2 decades at this
Longer
point.
than they've been alive. Actually,
that's depressingly accurate.
But you're absolutely right. You know, they're on the younger crowd, but it's cool to see that there are players out there that are younger and can still, you know, really shake things up. And if not, just win tournaments or get top 8s, things like that, become viable threats. We saw that also in Japan. Kawano had reached, I think it was like the 3rd season. He was like, okay, let me take this seriously. And then in, you know, a couple of years, he's up there with Daigo and the Greats and things like that. So it shows if you put your mind to it, you can make the magic happen. That's what we might be seeing right here. One of these 2 cats is going to be definitely putting the work in the other, and maybe in the rest of the squad. So we'll have to see.
What are you expecting in terms of character matchups here? Chris CCH has a couple of different up his sleeve. So does Just Kid. Talking about Sakura, we're talking about Luke. We've seen Seth.
You know.
And then on Just Kid's side, Rashid, Jury.
I think if you're Chris CCH, you found so much success with Luke, why switch? Right?
Okay.
He does everything. He'll do your taxes, you know what I'm saying? He'll cook your dinner, take your dog for a walk. He does everything.
Ooh.
You know, obviously he's got a few tiny weaknesses. What those are, I'm not 100% sure, but he definitely does quite a bit. But it's going to be the Jury Pig from Just a Kid. Here we go, people. The 5v5 begins now. Offline Street Fighter is back. Let's get it.
Super cool as well that, you know, they made sure to have setups that all the players were cool with. You know, they let the players try things out in advance just to make sure that everything is above board and fantastic, and it is. So yeah, we're going to get the highest level of play here as we are coming into it. Chris CCH slowly approaching on Just Kid's Jury.
It's not a matchup you can typically see again because Jury is pretty rare. And, you know, Luke of this caliber, you know, Luke is really strong, but someone that gets going like this is way different. Chris CCH with the cross up the DP and the chase down with a throw.
Yeah, he's not giving up, you can tell that. Okay, Just a Kid willing to take the grab. Still stuck. All the way into the corner, and maybe expecting wake up DP. Hence the wake up grab. Here comes activation.
Call up in this corner. This is difficult right here. The extension that you get from this character means there's a lot of damage on the deck. It just can go into super if need be to find the finish. Backs off. I don't know why he did that. Here comes the meek. Gets hit with the fireball though. The knockdown. Just can still seal this.
Did not want to take a risk at all after blocking that either. It could have been EXDP. Did not even want to bother. Yeah, you can see that they both understand that the next hit's gonna do it, and the next hit comes from Chris.
And this is fantastic for Chris. Going into this next round with all that bar at the bottom, it's time to cook. Oh, not like that though, my friend. You gotta have to confirm. And then again, Just a Kid trying to find his bearings. I feel like even though, oh my God, the crush. I was gonna say, even though this character might be down in life, he's never out of it. You can see right here, the damage that's being done. One touch might actually seal it. Oh,
should seal it.
Oh yeah, this dude hits hard. EX, and another one to get it done. Chris CCH with the first victory. Check the red, he's dead.
Blue wins.
You mentioned it, that character hurts, no doubt about it. Shout outs to, wow, a very, very strong Luke performance right out the bat. Now again, it's not character locked. It is possible that Just a Kid could switch. I heard them talking about character matchups before, and you know, he feels maybe not as positively about Jury as a couple other people did who were talking there, but nevertheless, quite positive about her.
Yeah, we'll be playing her for that, whether the case, you know. Like,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Spending all the time with the character, you know, you're right, but I do feel like there's too much optimization that's coming from Chris CCH. He's not landing all his heat knuckle combos, but he's landing enough to get the damage done. And that's the thing about Luke. Even one of those good, optimized, decently combos is going to do a ton of damage, and that could be a round turner right there. And if you want more stability, you don't have to run the maintenance with Rashid. You know, that's the problem with Jury. Okay. She requires maintenance. When you get the maintenance going, it's fantastic, but we're going to see it's still the Jury. He's still sticking with it.
Okay. Very similar opening. It's Chris moving forward and finding a knockdown. Trying to get the crosscut, doesn't work out. Just a Kid takes advantage.
Side switch with the DP. Light stocks up right in front of the face. Ooh, the big jumping calls out the fireball. And look at the reward with the chaser.
Just a Kid finally almost out. God, that was a lot of gray life right there. Mounts it up big time. Just a Kid now can scheme for pressure. No.
This is the tie turner right here for Luke that allows him to play a lot more lane with it. You can back off and run the fireball game, trigger flavor. Sweep off the feet though, wasn't looking for it. Backs up, once the target combo, the meet. Pushing him back like that.
Yeah, doing pretty good work on the way. Pop Arms is still there. However, Just a Kid's got the hit. Oh, really? Oh. Not into enough. He wanted super for the chip for sure. Now it's not going to be there.
Backs away, B-shift, fireball in play. EX addition to seal it. Chris, even though there's some scramble situations, says, no, I'll order it over easy. This dude is able to route it back like that, and Just a Kid has got to be able to just get more of that maintenance, get them stocks up. You want the damage majority? Stock up, lock up.
First time he has been able to walk up into the corner to really create pressure for himself. And now just like that, the tables have turned. Oh, okay.
Bust out, score a bit. That shots fly. Into the EX.
Yeah, what a challenge. Just gets out. And does it? Wow, that was enough. Even had an extra hit to spare. So that round was a lot better. Just could move forward more. He was able to create pressure for himself rather than just sort of getting walked into the corner.
Which is dangerous because you want to dash in, you want to even try to walk in. The crouching light from this Luke character does a lot of things. Oh, crush. What we got here? Heat knuckle, yes sir. Put the medium on him. Dash up throw. Caught in the corner. EXPP, we bust out once again. But Chris, he can lock that into his mind. Like, you get caught in the corner, he's going to go for these EXPP's way a little bit.
Wow, over the fireball. I love the choice.
EX the corner carry once again. Almost the verge V-trigger. A few more blocks, so just get side.
Yep, there it is. Ready to go. Chris is looking to block. Ooh. What a timing to pick.
Found the cap like that.
Just like that. I think he's got the life lead. And the Popeye arms ready to go.
Wow, the sweep off the feet, but the EXDP cross gun once again, Chris. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So,
and look at
the first to threes.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that too.
I did not know that. I'm like, why Chris still so stone faced?
And you,
yeah, bro.
I like the seat. It's comfy over here.
You can switch characters.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's we're not character locked for the thing.
Yeah, you can switch, but I don't think it's going to.
No.
You don't think it's gonna go to the point where you need to switch?
Yeah, they're saying like.
Heard it here first. Astro listening.
I'm so glad that we just happened to listen in right there at what was surely pre-recorded, because that was when we were telling everybody all the rules.
Yeah.
They couldn't have just been finding out what all the rules are right now after already 2 games have been played. Surely.
I mean, fighting game players obviously read the rules. They go to the Smash.gg. They say, let me read through all the rules twice.
All of them.
Just to be nice.
All of them do.
All of them do. And even though he read the rules, he knows they can switch, but he's sticking with the jerk. This is game point right here for Chris CCH, off to a fantastic start with the corner carry and a throw.
Really good. The challenge comes from Just a Kid, and just not into much damage, not into being out of the corner, finally out of the corner.
Still the target combo.
Right, I mean, here's Chris, just like that. The corner carry, by the way, for Lucas Strong as well.
Just the opportunity to get the Oki continuously put on the pressure is real good for the character. Here's the activation. Whips the throw. I can't believe she wasn't in distance because she has some great throw range, and we've been seeing save Just a Kid. Didn't get it there. Was aware of the fireball. Big jump in. Locked down with the fireball. In the throw. Can he do this? Can he steal up right back?
Gotta turn it on. Finally, meter. Chris. Not gonna do it quite yet, and he expects the XTP. The bust out came from Just a Kid. Chris CCH on set point.
Chris is doing a fantastic job. I feel like if there's one person that can fight Just a Kid, that understands how to play the young gun game, is definitely going to be another one. That is Chris CCH. He knows how to play them tendencies. And I feel like if I'm Chris CCH, I'm looking for more of these meetings, RB style, when he gets him caught in the corner. Back through, that's where we're going to.
Yeah, just stay patient there. Ooh, boy, in big trouble. Just a Kid cannot get touched. Okay, fine. Here's a big opportunity for him to get out. Got a little bit of V-meter.
The back throw again. Dude's living here, he's about to pay rent and utilities. Oh, and this is free. Mink, mink, mink. Chris CCH taking down Just a Kid, getting that win 3-0. And what a fantastic pick from the side of Rob to have that character choice and the player choice to come up. Both did the trick against Just a Kid.
I love it. By the way, we should say that the players are playing for some Arby's gift cards.
Delicious.
Winning team will get some Arby's gift cards. Yeah, shout outs to Arby's.
They got the meats?
They got the meats. They got the big old cutouts in the background. I love Ryu palming the sandwich.
He's going to stumble all the way in the... He's making sure that's not going to drop. Oh.
All right, well, look. We now have seen one of these go down. The question is, where do you go next for both of these teams? Chris CCH won for Team RobTV. That means Team RobTV now has to make its pick. Who does it send out next? After that, Team Brian F will make its choice, but it's all on right now, RobTV and his team.
If I'm Rob, I'm actually thinking about sending my strongest competitor out right now.
Okay.
Keep that momentum going, keep eliminating them, and I think Punk should go up to get that win.
Wow. He's gonna not do that. That's not his choice.
Excuse me, Rob.
That's not his choice. I mean, he is the team captain, of course, but you know, you can see them having a full conversation. They're all agreeing what to do. So RobTV's team is sending up Shine.
Okay.
So now, again, it's on Brian F and his team. You can see them there having a powwow, discussing who to send out in response.
I think I know who should go up.
Yeah?
It's got to be Art. It's got to be Art.
Do you feel like you want to spend Art right now? Look, Art's very strong. He plays a character that has some tough matchups, but also has a lot of really good matchups. And it's a sort of polarizing character. Some people hate playing against it. Some characters don't like playing against it. So I'm talking about Dawson. Some. And so, I mean, I think the choice of putting Sabin on your team for Brian F is interesting. And it looks like you're right. They are, in fact, going to be bringing out NYC Herbie.
I think it's partly because of the fact that Sim does such a fantastic job in defeating Cody. He does such a fantastic job of just smoking that character. But before we get into that, let's go back to the previous match that we had caught. Seeing Luke in a CPT-ish sort of setting right here is fantastic. You know, that character getting a lot of shine.
Oh, yeah.
And pull the strength out of that character does take quite a bit of work. I mean, he's obviously strong, but to really be at the top of your game out here takes a lot of work. And someone like Chris CCH has put it in. You see how he dealt with Justikid, how he was able to, you know, make the right sort of decisions. And some of those weren't really based on the characters, based on what he felt Justikid was going to do. He knew to go for the meaties and things like that, step those out at the very end. And I think Chris CCH going up and that area was actually a smart choice. I think that was a good idea.
Did you say meaty?
I might have.
Let's check out the Arby's meaty moment.
Arby's, we have the meat.
We got the meat. It's Arby's. Shout outs to them for providing the meat sweats as well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My beautiful co-host.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just wearing a normal jacket
Normal jacket.
But this is not normal damage. That's abnormal damage. That's abnormally ridiculous, the damage that's done from Luke. And that's just what I feel like Chris is predicated on. Let me find these confirms. If I get these hits, it's going to work. You know, we did see the risk too. But look at that. Staying meaty with it. No vegan out here.
Oh, man. Yeah, that round just blew by right there. It was super fast. It was, might say that it was brisk. Bacon and beef dip meal.
Ooh.
The brisket, bacon, and beef dip meal. Now at Arby's, now available.
What are you talking about? Oh, okay. That's delicious. That's delicious. This is delicious as that last match was. You know, seeing Luke come out at a top level like that is always fun to watch. Same thing with Justikid trying the jury. And, you know, despite him losing, I do like the fact that he repped his character. He went all the way with it. And I think he was trying to find answers, and he's finding answers at the end of things. But I think the defense was lacking just a little bit. We saw the V-shift, and V-shifting in the corner is definitely not the best thing to do all the time. So wasn't staying fine.
It's true, yeah. So look, he's not going to be coming back if it happens like this. If it's not a full-on blow-up, then Chris CCH will have a chance to come back and play again if there's a next round. We'll see if it gets to there. This matchup, right? So it's going to be Arturo coming up to play. That's pretty cool. Again, shout-outs to Art, somebody who is of my generation, actually even a little bit older than me.
Well, mine too. They don't know that, but
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Look at my driver's license. But anyway,
I don't know.
Continue.
And he has been killing it. I have just, as I was saying earlier, really appreciated that he has been so strong over the last year. He was on sets not long ago.
True.
He 10-0'd versus Neon. I mean, he just was, and whenever we see him play nowadays, his mastery of that character is so impressive.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he's acclimated so well to the character, especially after he had the funeral scene that we saw at the beginning of the season. I'll never let him live that down. Dude had he said, it's been so long, memories. No, dog, he's still alive and can thrive in this character, in this game. Art took some time with the character, found out that V-Shift is fantastic, and with the nerfs to the other characters, thought that Sim is actually top 10.
You said that with a lot of certainty in your voice.
I'm very certain. I think that character is very strong, and he's proved it too. But it takes work. It takes work. I meme a lot. I always, dump on art for the character, stuff like that. But it takes a lot of work to play this character. You can't just pick him up and say, oh, I'm going to start winning tournaments. He takes a lot of work to really get the defense going. That's a big factor of the character. He's got a lot of defensive options, but the right choice takes a lot of time to work out. Look at this face. Let me give props to Sim once in a while. That's all you get, though. That's all you get. You can clip it, and that's all you're going to get.
I want more props, personally. You know me. You know me. Been playing Dalsum for a couple of decades now, so hey, not as proficiently as Art, not as long as Art, but look, I appreciate all the kind words about how difficult it is to play Dalsum. I appreciate that.
It makes my stomach churn.
I do appreciate that. It really does. Again, his opponent is going to be Shine on the other side. There you go, a little bit of a look at the two. So Dalsum certainly on the right. Shouts to Art. This year is the big 4. Get there soon, man. I'll be there next year. And on the other side, Shine still in the 20. He's got a 2. There's a 2 in front of him. Oh, I can't believe it.
Wow.
And it says main Ibuki. I'm not sure that's what to expect here. I think that maybe it's Cody. I mean, this maybe is a matchup where it is Ibuki.
It might be. I feel like there's a little bit more stability. I don't know if she wins or does well in that match, but I think there's more stability in the fact that you have a 3 from the challenge, you have a DP and things like that, and you have the EX kunai to kind of lock the character down on the ground. Now, the problem with Cody is he can't really fight the long limbs of Sim.
Right.
It's difficult to come through. You got to get in that mid-range game, hope for a crush or get the EX zonk going and stay close, but then again, V-reversal or teleport, he's out of there. Houdini.
He definitely has some tools. Yeah, I think that, primarily it is about maintaining that stable control. And he himself, by the way, I don't know that nobody out there wants me to let this one go by. His offense is pretty good. Okay? Dalsum can play a little bit of offense nowadays.
He's a zoner, by the way.
Yeah. He can do a little bit of damage in some situations.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah, he can get a little bit here and there. Under some certain circumstances, not all the time. Not all the time, all right? Look, leave me alone.
He needs bar, yes. He needs to be able to set up shop in the right sort of way, sword placement and things like that. And it takes a little bit of time and effort to get that going.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, thanks for telling me that it takes a lot of effort. I appreciate it. It takes time and effort, according to Sankola.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry to people at home that I have to give props to Sim every so often, but at the same time, that character is mad cheap. Oh, he's cheap. We're going to see how cheap it is right here, forcing the switch from Shine to
It
Ibuki.
is, in fact, going to be Ibuki, yes. He has been largely playing Cody in other events, but yeah, I think this is a totally reasonable choice in this case. For Art, it's going to be a lot of this kind of mid-range control, going up into the sky occasionally. Yep, just like this. Does not want to be obvious about where he's pressing stand medium kick.
Yeah. And you see that Shine just wants a walk block to get in, but once again, all that damage is adding up. Heavy kick, no crush, luckily. Trying to come through again with the kunai, but it's hard. My man's already floating in the skies. You just hitting there.
Oh, love the challenge. I wish there had been more. Art finds the hit, and he's just trying to maintain control. Here's Shine up close, looking for hit confirms.
Look at this. He's just doing everything possible to not put himself. He's so risk averse. Art is playing really ridiculous in terms of the shooters on the roof with the scope. He got him. Take the shot.
And he got him in part because he actually waited first. It wasn't an instant overhead. It was a delay. It was a weird timing, and Shine wasn't expecting that.
Shine again with this walk situation. Does have some bar to come through, and I think round 2 and 3 might be a little bit easier for the character. You get that bar built up, you have a way to get in. Put the mix on him.
Okay,
the wake up. Gale.
I was ripping on you earlier for saying that it was a great defensive option, but there it is.
Yeah. Do I lie to the people? No. Be reversal. We out of there. Give us a space.
Here's the chance. The challenge comes smartly from Art. Coming in here for the lazy jump roundhouse. Reclining in the sky, and right back to control.
Yeah, Art mad chilling right now up in this matchup. Has the lead, and he's on the verge of getting V-trigger. EXTP bust out, gets a knockdown. Oh my God. He really did it.
Wow. Art, what bravery with the wake-up slide.
Arturo, he said, I have all the hurts, I'm going to give you the hurts. Arturo.
So I looked up their match history on fgcombo.com. Interesting because Shine has 56% win rate overall. Also interesting because in the last 3 times that they have played, it's been Art taking it each time.
Ooh.
Like I said, Art's been great for a really long time. I don't know I've ever seen him play better fighting games than in the last year plus. He's been just absolutely on the top of his game.
We see him credit, the hurts and stuff like that, and be able to react and stuff like that on PC and all that stuff. I think it's beyond that. Anyone can, buff up their system, but they still ain't gonna go far. Someone like Art goes far because of the fact that he has increased his defense. He's increased his, his grinding time. This dude will grind for a long time, and we're seeing the results right here. Already has one up against Shine, who is another person on the come up. Ooh.
Wow, point blank roundhouse slide, lovely block. A couple of plus frame situations for Dalsum coming out. And right back to this control.
Steps right underneath. Like that defense right here from Art. Again, risk averse.
Shine up close. Wow, what a challenge. That kind of situation has already happened. Oh, it's a big error. And not punished well.
Shine wasn't ready or steady. The cook right now. Searing up. EXTP once again to bust out. And he does have V-trigger. Could come through. And there's no V-bar to save. Ooh, from the back door, it's not Domino's. Don't answer.
It's still not enough. No! Ooh. The drop comes from Shine, allowing NYC Furby to take the round.
I think some of the risk of playing a Buki is you don't spend much time with this character. Every so often you see Shine, resort to this character, but not as much time as you put in the Cody, so you have to unrust. And even in a first to 3 situation, it still might take time.
Giving up on V-meter there, hoping for offensive reversal for the knockdown. He does have the corner.
Can you keep him here, locked up. Jail him up. Okay, the rider.
Finally. Is he going to need more work? No, he's good. Okay, Shine with the round. Not out of this thing entirely.
No. He's starting to warm up a little bit once again. Got to get back in this character situation. When you switch, you've been playing, different character. You've been spending all your time with Cody. It takes time to relearn the things that you have to do.
He was out of there. Right back to this spot. Yeah, about this spot. That's where he wants to try to maintain control or start the offense from.
The XDPs, though, they're disrupting that rhythm a lot.
Sure.
Where I feel like it's taking Art just a little bit of time to be like, okay, why would you do that? Or maybe just like, when can I press my buttons? It might make him a little bit more hesitant. I like that from Sean. Introduce a little bit of chaos.
You walk pretty far up. Does give up V-meter. Interesting. I always feel like, well, especially now that back in the fire is Shine. Art's cool with that.
Is this V-meter, V-reversal sort of meta right here good for Shine? Finds the counter. It doesn't commit, though. Look at the last hit. Does have V-trigger. Is he going to spend it?
What attack? He was ready. Other side. A little bit too far away for the big damage stuff. Or a little bit too close, I should say, really. Instead, now it's Shine. Needs to come back slightly. He's got the trigger. He's got to find a safe activation or hit confirm. And it's not going to come. Again with the jump back sniper.
Wow.
Instant this time.
Yeah, this time.
NYC Furby takes it.
Oh, another rooftop, gets shot. Dude like Art out here switching up what he does in these jump back situations, in the sniper situations, in the close-up situations. It's so hard. You see that Shine is trying to get a read on the rhythm of the neutral. Every so often put out the EXDP, but the difficulty of a Buki this season is beyond V-shift, beyond all that stuff. Her trigger, not nearly as strong. She's got to put a little bit more mix on it to get the hits, to get the kill. And you have to put a lot more meter.
You only got 2 games. This gas tank it's not good. And like a UFC fighter, you gotta train his cardio.
So another little Astro listen in there as we're getting an insight into what the players are saying, what their teammates are saying. Are they giving each other helpful advice? What important points are they pointing out? As you're playing there, you might not be able to see everything, and so you rely on your teammates for the important extra little bits that you may have otherwise skipped over. And that's not what we got, but maybe one of these times we will.
I mean, Punk said this man's front loaded. He said he doesn't have enough gas to make it pass, dog. He ain't got nothing in his tank. But then again, Art's been playing. He played first to 10s against IDOM Zora. I think he can go a long time, and he is staying fine. Game point for him. About to get that win.
Starting off with a lot of offense here with Shine. A lot of Gray Life mounting up. Missed, I think, instant air kunai.
Fortunately. That's what you want to have if you're Shine. A bigger lead round start allows him to play less of his game. However you can do to stop that is how you got to play.
Yeah, here's Shine. Fully in the corner. What an escape by R. Oh no, it's big damage. Okay, set up.
Ooh, the weight bait. For that EXTP. Gets the anime throw.
Still, wow, still with control. Going for slide. Oh, Shine in huge trouble. Anything's going to do it. A sneeze from Dawson's going to do it.
Just a little to do it. A slight breeze. Anything. And again, the shooters are always on the roof. And they always got the scope. Is this going to be another wash? Art looking to, he's on set point. Looking to seal it real quick. It connects. It's a knockdown. Side switch with it. Actually stays in front. I got mixed, but not Shine.
Yeah, Shine definitely has a lot of character matchup knowledge. Not going to get caught off guard by the easy stuff like that. Takes a risk on the jump in. Here's Art finding his way underneath. Into offense. As you said, those really have put a thorn in some of his pressure.
Makes him second guess when the meter's at the bottom. But then again, that's a resource that you don't get to use for the V-trigger situation, which we had said takes a little bit more to get that victory. Here we go. Activation. Blocks it out.
What defense right there. So important. Shine in for pressure yet again. Oh, it actually worked out. What luck right there, but you take advantage of what you can get, and Shine takes advantage of that round. He is not out of this one yet.
So fighting back like that staves it off for a little bit, but Art's still dangerous. Sniper, slight punish, knows that it is super negative on block. He execute the lockdown once again, and Art in this situation getting a little bit more aggressive too. Oh, that drill's so painful. It's so plus.
What a setup.
Oh.
Art trying to float in. Again, hang out at that about mid-range until he gets to start the offense off. Art sliding in.
Gale putting the heat on him. Cook him up. EX plus frames. Can't try to get anything going. Anything. A trigger. Anything at all. One touch, he's about to fall.
Oh, yeah, he's in big trouble. He's got to make this count big time. What defense from Art? Okay, the grab comes, though. Here's Shine. Here's Shine.
The right
still needs a lot of work.
So much. Ooh. He's one more touch tap to do it like that. But still, Shine stays alive.
What a comeback by Shine, especially because much of that at the end there was post V-trigger. Very nice by Shine. Taking the game.
I was like,
was Punk right?
How you brought that back?
Art
Like,
out of gas.
if they don't hit him this time, then that definitely is lost.
Definitely believe.
Don't never give up.
Never give up.
Used to be part of Rogue Nation.
I was.
And you know all about you can't give up.
Still in heart.
Once again, looking for that fantastic player insight that we so desperately love to hear in those beautiful Astro headphones. Didn't hear it. But what we did hear is a little bit of love from his teammates, and maybe that's all you need to get that victory. Shine's still in it, and maybe Punk was right. Maybe the gas is run out a little bit when the mixes start flying. Maybe that's just enough to put Art off his game, this kind of character. Even though we've seen him survive everything. We've seen him survive Laura. We've seen him survive the mixes from characters. We've survived getting hit 2-touch tap like that from Abigail things over the seasons. Everybody can break down. Everybody.
But even if you think about that last game, Shine took it, but Art was still in control throughout most of that final round. It did take a few big decisions on Shine's side for him to take it, so I think Art's probably still feeling okay. Starting out with big offense here.
V-reversal. Trying to get that knockdown again. Shine want to go with the V-reversal situation real early in these rounds just to get some sort of, or at least a knockdown to put him in the corner.
Kind of ambiguous who had framed it advantage there. Ooh, Art up in the sky. Oh my god.
He just punching air.
The bird.
Get down here.
All right, Art. No hit confirmed from Shine.
Gotta have those.
Yeah, that could have been really big. That said, offense is here, yep.
This fireball, one of the best in the business. Locks down like a V-trigger in and of itself. Shine is sitting on V-trigger. Can he find a moment to pop that and get going? At least with the mix on him. Maybe for a side switch, anything. The damage ain't gonna be there as much.
Again, we have match point for NYC Furby. And a big part of that, I think, was his V-reversal to get out of what could have been a bad situation, and he just really didn't give up control after that.
We talk about the V-meter usage from Shine. Look at how Art is using it. He's want to not just stick it to V-trigger. He's want to go, hey, I'll get V-reversal, stay in play and stay away from the V-trigger that Shine might implement.
Look at his defense yet again. Shine pressure finally finds the hit.
It's reacting. Oh, of course, wake up EX scale. Puts it on him. EX fireball. Activation. The history of yoga.
What a change. Oh my God, just like that. I can't believe that Art made the complete comeback. What play by Arturo Sanchez, NYC Furby, closing it out 3-1.
Yoga carpet into a plus on block throw bait. Why you're
That was top 2 zoning.
Just got absolutely roasted in the corner there. Roasted.
Oh.
Roasted beef.
He did a 50% combo.
Now at
plus on
Arby's.
block throw bait that was also building up ray life on them while he's doing the plus on block throw bait.
Just listen to them complain. Listen, they said themselves. Zoning, by the way? Is that what happened? Were they zoning, David?
Yes.
Is that what they were happening?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes you zone from closer up than other times.
Sometimes?
Sometimes you zone from right next to somebody.
Okay.
Sometimes. But yeah, it's zoning for sure. Of course.
I guess if you want to call it like that, he definitely was using a lot of the EX firewall up close, far away. It didn't matter where he went that for the play. Dude definitely knew to use that EX firewall to get the lockdown. You see the problems with the Buki this season. V-Trigger is not the catch-all that it used to be. You used to see V-Trigger come through and it's like, what's the mix going to do? And you get got and the help just goes like that. Now you've got V-Shift, V-Reversal, and even we saw Art preemptively doing V-Reversal to stay away from those activations. Right. So even though he had the idea to not get got by that, despite the fact that it wouldn't have done a lot of damage, it would have given Shine the momentum that he might have needed to take that. So Art playing very risk-averse is how we got the victory, and I would like to see that, to be honest.
I think it was very, very well played by Art. Let's check out again the Arby's meaty moment.
Arby's, we have the meat.
The meat.
And
no meaty there as Art just woke up with up toward into the EX Gale.
Man said, I'll take the salad. I'll take the salad. And you see right here, there's some instances where, Shine get him in the corner, and that's where the damage output was really coming through. Neutral was looking real difficult mid-screen, but if he gets into him, if he sticks to him, he's going to get into him. And things like this were fantastic. In situations where the EX would hit, but it wasn't enough.
Look at that. Did you see where that started? Look at that life bar just at the end of the E in Shine, and then in just like one more series. Wow. Wow. Incredible stuff from NYC Furby. Okay, so it's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
It's 1-1. I told you it was not going to be a blow up. I felt pretty sure about that.
That's true.
Pretty sure about that.
That's true.
And so far, it's not looking like that. Interestingly, it's a 3-0 and a 3-1 in terms of the actual set counts to start things out. I'm not sure I would have predicted that, but I can definitely say that I do not expect anything like a blow up when it comes to the team. So far, we're not seeing that.
We're not seeing that, but we are seeing there's a lot of great action put on by our beautiful sponsors. So let's give the sponsors some love from above. Listen, Astro has been doing fantastic out here with these crispy, you hear all the complaints and things like that that's come from these crispy headphones right here. Y'all can purchase your own products on the Twitch panel, link below the stream.
When was the last time you went outside?
Oh, actually today.
Oh, wow. I did too. Really? I was actually outside today. I go outside 1 or 2 times a week. And when I do, Game Gooder knows that gamers like me go outside too.
Oh, wow.
You can channel your inner Chun-Li and kick some style butt outside while enjoying fun, functional, fashionable, and affordable Gooder Sunnies that offer 100% UV protection and polarized lenses in a lightweight frame that won't slip or bounce.
You know what I like to do when I go outside? I like to pick up some Arby's. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have these meaties, I'm free. So I like to go to Arby's. As you can see, all your favorite characters on the screen, well, maybe not Geef, love to eat some Arby's too. And why was Geef just is that what grapplers do? Y'all just eat it like this?
Absolutely.
In the middle of the sandwich? Oh my
I was gonna
God.
ask, which one of those characters are you? Are you a Dan? Are you a Zangief? Or are you a Ryu? Let us know. You're a Ryu? You like to palm it like that?
like
Not
to go,
me. I
woo.
just take the big old chomp like Geef.
All right, well, we're going to be chomping on some more Street Fighter V action after this break. Don't go anywhere, because I'll know.
Time to fight, time to fight. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand have turned to feast. Alright, time to fight. lock and loaded. It's time for war.
Can't start a show without the star.
This is the path of my destiny. Come on, let's turn up the heat. About time to finish this.
See what I'm really made of.
I'll show you.
How do you like this?
It's time for war.
That is the truth of what you must seek.
And welcome back to the no neutral 5v5 elimination out here coming through. Street Fighter V, people, this has been hot, and already 2 have been knocked out, clocked out. Only 4 remain on both sides. Brian F, RobTV in the top spots, obviously as the team leaders, and unfortunately Just the Kid and Shine out of there. But we in here. My name is Cole. I'm doing with Ultra David. How you doing, dog?
I'm having a great time, of course. Yeah, I already had a couple of good matches. I'm sure that there will be many more. Again, this is going to be a close set of that, I am certain. The first couple, you know, as I've just been talking them up, I mean, sure, am I a little biased on account of he and I are the only ones in this thing who have gray hairs, and because he and I play the same character? Maybe. Am I a little biased? I don't think so. Actually, I'm
hella biased.
Not at all. Not at all. And so from my position of absolute disinterest, I would say that I think Art's playing really well.
Yeah.
And I think that he has been playing really well for quite a while at this point. So that's exactly what you saw right there. It has been hard for players to find out a way to beat Art. I mean, he for many years was the guy who was like, how do I beat X or Y person?
Yeah, yeah.
And now a lot of people are turning it around, and it's how do I beat Art?
How do I beat this dude? How do I beat this character? And you know, there's I think a reason why he's playing hard. Obviously, he will. You know, there's a little bit of that pride, but there's some prize. You know, these winning teams will be able to get the Arby's gift cards as well as these beautiful, fantastic Magic the Gathering cards, Secret Lair edition with the Street Fighter V characters. Yo, can we get some? Where mine at? I'm looking. Can I take that home? Anyway, those are sick. So that's why we're going to be seeing some sick play out here. Again, 2 players have been eliminated. Just the Kid and Shine are out of there. And we're going to have RobTV coming up fighting Nephew. Oh my God. Was it because Nephew was talking all that mess? Is that why? He's about to put him to rest.
Yeah, very interesting, right? So the choices now for RobTV to put himself in versus Nephew. It's very, very interesting situation. Of course, Arturo won the last one for Team Brian F, and that meant that they had to put out Nephew first, right? As the winning team, they have to then make their choice. So RobTV was responding to that by choosing himself. In his view, he is best positioned to take this W over Nephew.
You know, during my, you know, escapades of commentating the Street Fighter League Japan, and, you know, out there with my boy Vicious Shots, the GOAT, seeing the team captains go up is such a big risk. Obviously, they're one of the top spots of the players and things like that. You know, they're probably one of the strongest on the team, right? You got the team captains. However, when they're leading the charge like that, if they die, that's a problem. That's a morale hit right there. And it's hard to bring it back like that. When you see your team captain fall, you see the leader fall, it's like, can I actually do this? Then again, the way Rob seemed to be moving, I guess he said everybody's on their own with it. But, you know, again, I still think there's a morale hit if he don't get that win. If he don't get that victory, it's going to be looking real bad for him. And someone like Nephew, maybe will put a stop to him.
Interesting. I do expect that we might be waiting until the end to see Idom versus Punk. But other than that, I don't know, man. I think could be lots of different things going on here.
Could be, you know, good character pick, obviously on both sides. Karen, fantastic.
Oh yeah,
has been the villain of many Twitter discussions in terms of how strong she is, and we've had a discussion earlier. Like, you know, after talking with you and seeing Karen players, she's definitely top top 3, top 5 for me. And it's all because of her viability in terms of not really losing too many matchups, if at all. You know, having a lot of winning matchups, a lot of 5v5s at worst. But if there's one that can contest, it's Colleen.
Sure.
Nephew versus RobTV. Let's get it.
Yeah, RobTV versus Nephew has happened before, and Nephew has won 75% of those matches in significant tournaments. Wow. But that was already a couple of years ago, the last time that they played in a big major. So, you know, things have definitely changed. RobTV in that intervening couple of years has become one of the best.
Yeah, definitely put people on notice with that too as well. Same with Nephew, who was already strong in this last couple of years, winning CPT twice.
Yeah.
And then also Evo Online for his region. Ridiculous.
Okay, activation comes for Nephew, stabbing in to see if he can get anything going, and as he often does, he tries it out. Okay, it doesn't work out, that's all right. He doesn't feel like he needs to overextend.
And he's not really the overextending type. He's very much about the lane play, and Colleen can definitely do that.
Oh, yeah.
Really great in the resource department. Oh, where you going? I'm not done talking to you. The dash in. I'm about to get my win. One more situation.
Down to a grab, yes. If you can get your opponent down to 0 life, that's the best. Second best, get him down to under a grab's life, and it's one more mix-up.
She's got pretty good corner pressure, too. I think, you know, the fierce back heavy kick, things like that, the medium punch, crouch medium kick, all good closers.
Right. Rob reacting, as you can count on him to do.
Medium kick right there. I like that he's setting up shop with the medium kick every so often to just kind of put the other buttons, but Nephew, undeterred, finds the medium right there. Parabellum for the corner push. Lockdown. Make it like a clown, the side switch with it.
Still more pressure? RobTV giving up a red bar. That's okay.
Crush speed skill. Oh, on your knees!
In the setup, oh wow! Rob's out of there, and now he has trigger. If he wants it, so does Nephew. Directly into the grab, he needs one more.
One touch tap will do it like that. Sending out some of the bicycles. Caution. Watch it dome.
And he knows it's safety first right now. Okay, he finally finds it, the extra range on the normals there. Beautiful. That was a dangerous spot. When you're trying to dance around RobTV's character's crouching medium kick range, when he is fully stocked, danger time.
Absolutely. And we talk about how Colleen is able to fight this character.
What do you think they're telling him?
They're just stone cold quiet right now.
No talking.
I don't really know how to prepare for that.
Say? Oh. I mean, Cole's back is pretty broken, so I understand.
I'm playing as Karen.
Nephew's smiling right now, just having a blast. You know, Rob just giving a slight nod to his team. You know, he heard what was said in his ear. But one of the things that Colleen can do to fight this character is being in V-trigger. When she activates, she's got the extended range to be able to fight back like that. And already getting the extension, the target combo, lockdown situation. Rob, wake up with violence, no peace, only problems.
Right back to this neutral situation, where I gotta say, Nephew has been extremely in control. His whiff punishing has been there a couple of times. We've seen that his hit confirms have been there, of course. And again, the danger of this spot right here as they're both walking into and out of it. If it's the right button, it's gonna be into significant damage and pressure for both. Here's that one of those good buttons for Nephew.
Yo, the side switch! Get mixed! Hold him down with the EX. Feel the javelin. You're almost dead, my friend.
Ooh, Rob cannot get touched. And he got frozen also literally as Nephew takes the round.
Round 2. This is not looking too good for RobTV. Not able to play the footsie game because of the lame style. Does get the counter hit. Commentator's curse. It's looking like the worst for Nephew being put up in the corner.
Oh, what a chase for Rob. And then seeing that Nephew was content to just stay still. I love that. He really noticed that Nephew was willing to just block it out. He walked up for the grab, started things off well.
I like that medium kick too. Risk averse, you know, I like him going back to more of these risk averse buttons. And not the obvious ones, the crouching medium kick and the medium punch, things like that, that have been stuck. Going back to that medium kick, the setup shot, and not only that, to find the closing hit right there, love to do it. Rob fighting back. Confidence, you can see it in display with the walk-up throw we saw previously.
Yeah, I think that's in part because of the threat of how strong his crouching medium kick conversions can be. Just like this, we're gonna see it here.
In the corner. Not where you want to be. A lot of our defensive options get thrown out, blown out with the throw. No sympathy or empathy for that bad DP. A lot of damage on deck.
Yeah, losing your 30-year life right there into the Oki. Rob Texan is out. But Nephew still scheming forward. How, man? Rob, come on. What a hit confirm.
Reads on when he wants to press. He's finally reading the rhythm of Nephew, seeing what he do. The sweep off the feet. Needs one more touch to do it.
Uh-oh. He has super as well. Yeah, he stabbed in for it right there. Okay.
Into the super. This ain't gonna kill, right? That's the first time, David, I've ever seen that super kill. I swear on my mom. I swear on my mom.
Colleen wins on the strength of that right there and goes up 2-0 for Nephew. What an ending situation, as that was a round and a half, really, where RobTV had a lot of control. His footsies were working out great. He was bypassing footsies because he knew how worried Nephew was about that range. True. Walking up for grabs, he seemed to be in total control. All of a sudden, the roundhouse for the crush into a lot of damage with that super right there.
A lot of damage. That's one way to put it. I didn't know if the super was going to kill you because, honestly, the super doesn't do as much damage as other supers. But he was in that range, off the crush to do it. Finishes the job, and it's just, again, I keep seeing Rob find these sequences, find these moments, and sniffing out what Nephew wants to press, and then he goes back to just backing up with the heavier buttons, finds a crush, and does enough damage to do it. This is game point Nephew, and I did not expect this. I thought it was going to be a lot more in store, but the parry, again, on your knees.
And again, into the setup. Okay, well, out of there at least. Spending some V-meter, trying to maintain exact positioning, these micro movements. Nephew as he moved into just the right spot.
Just step back heavy kick with
that back roundhouse, man, that is doing work as always.
I'd like to see more of that medium punch. I feel like that's a big, here we go. This is what I wanted. That medium getting a lot of work in.
Waltzing right in. Nope, you're not going anywhere. There was enough for stun. And for Rob to take the round. So each time we have seen a situation where it's been 2-0 match point in each of these 3 matches so far. And one of them, Shine battled back, but now it's on Rob to try to do the same.
Need to get more. I'm trying to see more out here. More Street Fighter 5. No washes, baby. Parabellum ends it. Getting damage on the dash up throw, almost for that stun, and possibly done.
Challenge was there. Neff, again, as we said, not overextending. Just looking for the right hit at the right time, and he found it.
No bar. But still, he could go far. Parabellum one touch, the XDP bust out. What a risk, but he needed it. He's in there, right the momentum.
He's chasing big time.
No activation! Nephew sweeps him off the feet, puts himself on set point. What is going on?
What is going on out there? I have not seen him miss that kind of block confirm in a long time. Obviously looking to block confirm into trigger if it was blocked. Didn't get it. Jeez.
Little delay right there. Wait for the ACP, gets the throw. The dash up too this time. Goes to the stun.
Yeah, not just that, but doing it with a perfect so far. Rob in big trouble. Stuck in the corner. He's got to take this seriously again. Quit horsey saucing around.
About to put him down when he can't be found. The activation off the sweep. Can't make the return, no receipt. We're looking for it. For them confirms. Oh, he's back in.
He's moving. He's moving big time.
He's moving.
He senses that he needs to make it happen right now. Here he is moving. Trying to stab in for one final hit. Nephew in.
So we got to play perfect right here. We saw the extension off the punches once again. In this V-trigger situation, she can fight, really fight back. But that's a confirming to the super. Yes, sir. We're going to spin to win. Win.
Yeah, you need to do a better combo if you want him out to come back.
That's the job.
Yeah, I feel like Nephew knows what he needs to do. It's like,
know what it is.
game plan's pretty solid.
It's
you
not
know.
worth the risk.
What about doing like light kick music there?
So, you know, I don't feel himself too much.
Don't engage.
Yeah, I was rusty though. I saw you say that in the chat. I was like, he said damn the scrub. And I was like, I'm rusty, bro. I'm scared.
Can't say nothing. I saw what you
I was disappointed in myself. I was like, fuck. When I did, I was like, damn. I know somebody thinking about that scrub combo.
Again, so far we've had 3 situations now where it's a 2-0 and then it's at match point. And in the first one, it was a 3-0. Right?
Yeah.
Chris CCH did do it.
Yeah.
But in the next 2, Shine took a game. Now RobTV has taken a game. And the way that he did that in that final round right there, the movement that he had, the sudden speed, it was such a different, sudden style change compared to how he had been playing before. It you know, not without taking risks, of course. He's trying to move it. He did walk up for close grabs, that kind of stuff. But the back and forth dashing, the sudden movement was not something that we had seen before in this match.
And I do feel like, you know, people maybe forget the fact that Nephew and Punk lived together. They played. So they definitely know the matchup, right? But then again, Rob has got to introduce something different. His own sort of style and flavor. And that is part of that rawness, that aggression that he has. That's different than what we see from Punk, you know what I'm saying? So if he can put that in, he can possibly get the win. Puts a V-break on him and switch it up like he does with the V-system, but not enough. Nephew push him into the corner. Ooh, in the medium against a crouching medium kick? You gonna do it like that, Nephew? In the back door for the stun? Get it done.
Talking about how fast RobTV was playing, let's talk about how fast the Nephew's playing in this round right here as he sets it up. Another one, and he takes the round. And again, he is at match point.
He creased up them Yeezys. I just got those. Man, Nephew. Back with, and that's the problem, is like you expect him to be playing lame, right? Just poking out, waiting for see what you're gonna do, and then he turns up like volume, and it's way different with it.
Yeah, there's RobTV walking in. Again, he is taking some risks, but backing off.
I don't mind those dashings too when Nephew doesn't have bar. Now the light kick becomes real dangerous. And he checks off the medium, as you see right here. It's definitely clear we're going to the corner.
I like the idea of trying to jump out. Oh, no!
Oh my god! The chase down on the V shit! Are you kidding?
What a specific read! And the block was there. Yeah. Okay, whip punish. Are you going to finish it off with the golden bar? He does. The perfect
Gucci
to eliminate team captain RobTV on Team RobTV, his eponymous team. He is gone.
Y'all heard the what you know, Nephew. Say you should have picked me. You should have picked me. What a statement. I bet you Nephew don't show it on his face. He ain't gonna tell you because he's a nice guy. And someone has said he talks smack in lowercase because Nephew's just softly spoken. But I'll tell you one thing. You know he was heated. He's like, you didn't pick me? Oh, I'm about to make you look free. I'm about to do it to you.
And I mean, again, that was after RobTV talked up Nephew.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the best on the West Coast. I'm not picking you, by the way. I actually don't want you. Yeah. So there, what a situation for Nephew to send RobTV out. It is now 2 games, 2 matches to 1 in favor of Team Brian F. So again, team that won now gets to decide which player to send out next. RobTV's team will then decide who to pick as their counter.
I think that's so detrimental though that Rob losing. You know, again, you lose as the team captain, and one of your strongest players on that team, results-wise, especially recently, is real painful right here. And part of that was because of Nephew switching up what he do. Usually, you know, when I watch Nephew, he's committed to that lane play, and sometimes he has these bursts, but he hasn't found himself in that sort of style. Today, though, he was able to keep pace with someone as raw as RobTV, and that aggression. We talked about this movement that Rob had, but he was able to keep pace and put him in his place.
I love it. All right, let's check out the Arby's meaty moment.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Yo, speaking of meat, there's definitely beef for this match right
There's
now.
some beef in here, I'll say that. Yes.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Oh, God. Getting mixed up like a fine Arby's roast chicken entree salad.
You're making me hungry. But I'll tell you who's hungrier for this win. It was definitely Nephew in the end. Able to find these ridiculous conversions, and I think that Colleen still lives in the mix, right? You see the amount of damage that has been done. She can run great in the neutral and things like that, but she still shines when Beatrice is going in. And we do see some situations right here, the chase down and things like that. Fantastic footsie play. But it's just the reads and the great button choices from Nephew that got that win.
That was a round that Rob absolutely could have taken. And if he had, think about that, would have been 1-1. We would have had a different match.
Didn't happen like that.
It did not. Rob had to battle back. As you saw right there. Oh, he was smiling at the time.
Yeah,
at the time.
Yeah.
I don't think we're about to see him smiling. Okay, well, look, I can tell you he was not smiling. I can tell you that he was not smiling at the end of that thing.
Oh, no. Please don't. Yo, West Coast Twitter about to explode right now. West Coast Twitter going to be talking some mad mess, but it's not over yet. Even though the team captain is down, they are not out, but they are only down to 3 players. And while, you know, Punk, Chris CCH, and Smug are fine competitors, you want to have as many as you can to stay fine. And again, is this the win? Is this going to be the win for Brian F playing for Team Heart? Or is it going to be about the individuality?
Brian F comes up to play.
Wow.
Putting himself out here versus Smug. By the way, that means that the final match, the anchor match,
is going to be?
It's going to be Idon versus
Let's go.
Punk, man. We'll
Let's
see.
go.
We'll
Oh
see.
my God.
Yep, we'll get to that in a little bit. First, Equinox Brian F, 29 years old, USA, Barlog, and Smug on the other side, 27, playing the Boxer as well. It says Boxer up there. It says Balrog, maybe to be precise, on Brian F's side. Well, I had a chance to talk to this guy, and I asked him, are you going to be playing the Boxer today? Or are you going to be playing some of that sweet, sweet Oro? Or are we going to get to him? He said, I haven't been playing Boxer since CPT.
Content creator?
I haven't played Boxer since CPT. I am an Oro main. That's what he told me. We'll see.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Good luck. It's not that Oro is weak. I don't think that Oro is a character that is weak, especially if you see the Tingle Stone combos that you see on Twitter that are ridiculous. But he takes a lot of work, and these have to be right sort of shiny day outside on a Monday, no rain or whatever. The cars, the pavement is just clean. But then you have someone like G, right? That can absorb a lot of the fireballs, disallows a lot of the zoning game, and these light buffers that come from G can punish a lot of the negative frames from Oro, so that neutral is going to be a lot more difficult to do. Crouching meaty punch, you want to poke out, crouch and standing light kicks going to come from G. So I think Oro is strong, but before he gets to the V-trigger in even Brian's own video that y'all should definitely check out on this channel, it's difficult to get to that point, and it's not always going to be the case where you get the Robson way with V-trigger.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, and look, I mean, both of these characters are certainly capable of making the big V-trigger comebacks, doing a lot of work in that front. I also think it's funny that these are two Boxer players, and everybody thinks that he's one of the best characters this season, and we're just not seeing that right now. No. Again, it is not character locked. Again, you go with what you think you're doing the best with at the time, and if Brian is in fact not playing Balrog these days, if it's Oro, then yeah, bring your best stuff, absolutely.
On paper, maybe Balrog would be a better pick, and just in general, for going up against players. But if you feel more comfortable as a player, mid, low tier don't matter, honestly, go with that. Yeah. Play your best character that you're playing right now. If you had picked up the Boxer, it'd be real rusty with it, but this one, nice and shiny, chewed up gum, Oro, going against the G.
I love it. Okay. Brian finding a knockdown for himself, trying things out a little bit here.
Ooh,
and then hoping to see, that anti-air stands strong, as well as neutral and footsies. We saw it earlier. He was just hoping to see a button out of G. Absolutely could counterpoke that.
I like the fact that he's going with this mid-screen zone. We got to be careful with the flip kick, right? I like that he's not backing up too much. EX low could come through from G with the activation point. At any point right here, Smug gonna commit some robbery. Oh, I don't think it's going to happen. Never mind. The ECP is just fine to seal the deal. The damage this character can do when the bar is spent, says you're through. Not bad.
So we didn't get to see the V-trigger out of Smug. And you mentioned that Brian F was playing around. He was looking to low block, for example. He was looking to just not even be on the ground. Oh, he's going to get a punish here. Nice. Into some V-meter build. Whoa, the forbidden combos. Let's go, Brian.
Put the booger on the screen. Real mean. EX, hold that with the throw. Get the jump in, crouch fierce, denying that, the DP cross up, and that takes a lot of effort to do. Punish, no, didn't go for the grab right after. Here's the activation.
Finally, we see Smug with some real corner control. Block confirm. Trying to keep Oro stuck. Interesting, giving up that V-meter. Okay, yeah, look, it was a great choice. You're stuck in the corner versus G, who's pressuring you. You got a big life advantage. You're going to get a trigger even if you spend V-meter here. So get the V-rev, get back out to a situation where the opponent needs to try to steal a turn on the way back in.
Right.
And that's exactly what Brian was looking for. He was looking for that attempted stolen turn, shut it down.
And we got to go back to just a little bit on G, how he's changed this season. He is different. A little bit weaker, but I think he's different. He's still a strong character.
Yep.
When you stock up and lock up with that presidentiality on that level 3 sort of situation, he's still ridiculous. You can spin bar, get even more extensions and things like that, and that's what really keeps it competitive. We didn't see that in this match. We didn't even really see the Cheeto kick, the flip kick, as Smug would say, himself. But, the anti-Zodi play didn't really happen, and part of that was just Brian F being aggressive. And maybe we don't expect that from an Oro player, because it's like, your buds are negative, you might stick out, crouching medium punch and get got, and you'll only have the health to play with. He's a fragile type. He'll get packed up softly, if it happens.
Will we see Boxer here? He went back to character select, right? I mean, that's his choice. We'll see. Yeah, of course, we have one more match in our first pass through, and it's going to be Idom versus Punk. Both teams saving, you know, you got to be frank, maybe 2 of the best players on Earth.
Yeah.
For that position, as opposed to putting them up a little bit sooner than that. You know, maybe we'll talk with them later about some of the strategies here, but that's what they've elected to go with, and it looks like Smug has elected to go again back to G.
Okay, let's see what it do. You know, once again, I'd like to see maybe more of the anti-fireball stuff come into play if we get that presidentiality leveled up, right? Skid step through the fireballs, and again, any negative situations, them light buffers will be really helpful against Aura. Wow. You like that, Brian?
Hit confirming out here, Brian F. Stabbing in a little bit with medium kick. Oh. Really playing up close a lot of this match so far. Yes, hit confirm. He's got the corner.
Wow. Lockdown, plus frames off the Fierce. EX, once again, plus frame situation. And Brian on the verge of once again stealing. Here's the activation. We see some robbery.
And he is blocking low for his life. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Crouch Fears gets the anti right there. And that bar goes down a lot faster when you don't have the leveled up presidentiality beforehand. Draw the hits land.
Right. Okay, getting out of there. No more trigger on Smug's side. He's got to do the rest of this honestly. Not going to happen. Brian F. putting up a wall.
Made him fall. And I really like the fact that Brian F is so risk averse. I mean, that's the tail of the tape in some of these V-trigger situations right here. Just being risk averse. Always running out of bar, I'm willing to go for the V-reversal because I know I'm going to make the win regardless in the end. Here's the EX situation. These fantastic round starts are what's really setting the pace for the rest of the round.
Yeah, look how confident he is in these positions here. Right back in there again, finding some frame traps, stealing some turns. And he hit confirms it, and he is going to go up 2-0 versus Bug. Again, we have a 2-0. Each time it has happened, this time, no different.
Might be worth it.
I feel like you don't need to know matchups as much with Balrog.
Yeah, you don't.
You know what I'm saying?
He's worth power up on this.
Yeah, matchup. Power up.
Yeah, but he got the plaque, bro. He got the 100K.
I thought you care about the
100K. I'm trying to get like Smug here.
Well, you are on your way.
All right. I'll be switching.
I think Balrog would be a good pick. To be honest, I think Balrog should have been the pick in my opinion. I get the idea for cheat, right? The light buffers do a fantastic job of eliminating a lot of the threat from Aura if he sticks them out like that. But that's not been the menu for Brian F. He's given us something different with it. Fireballs at mid-range, jump ins in some of these situations. You're not even seeing the crouching medium punch until it's like a round ender and things like that. So in my opinion, you want to dash in on those -4 situations, hit him with the Balrog.
I could definitely see that. It seems like he's thinking about stuff still, so maybe that is still foremost on his mind. It's not like you're going to be catching Brian F off guard with anything that you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the same case with G. Brian has experience there. But I agree with you. I think that... Oh, and he has in fact gone with Boxer. What do we got on the loadout? 1-1.
Will there finally be some robbery? Or is Brian F. It's going to take this in a 3-1. Nice punish on the forward medium punch. And again, you're just looking at these situations where the character sticks on the button and they get got.
Yeah, I mean, you can immediately see how much more comfortable he is, even if he doesn't know the matchup very well. He knows that you can do V-skill through a fireball, for example. You just get through.
That's one of the things I've heard from a lot of players. Like, if you don't know a matchup all the way, go with the aggression, right? And sip it out while it's going on. But here we go. The dreaded Tengu Stone that everybody complains about on Twitter.
It's pretty good damage as Brian gets into the corner. Smug still stuck. Brian stealing a turn.
He's got to keep him there. But Smug aware. Back throw. EXDP though, the bust out with a bet from Brian. But the challenge. You see the stability now that Smug has in this. We see whip punishes. We see a lot more damage done and a lot more forward motions and movements. A lot just feeling more comfortable with it. You know, like Chi does have those, but I feel like they're more punishable and they're harder to stop with Balrog.
I definitely like what we're seeing out of Smug. This is backed off just slightly, maybe hoping to see another fireball. Brian is not holding on to charge, it seems.
Has a call up in the corner.
Oh yeah, I think you can begin to see here Brian looking a little bit uncomfortable how to approach some of these situations, especially now with his back to the corner. He's already by the boxes. He's stuck.
Find a way out, find the exit side to stay fine. Beast go right through the fireball. B reversal. Just wants to put him in the corner. Even on negative frames. Here's the back throw, though. B reversal again.
Okay. Pretty close to Tanker Stones, though, is Brian. No reaction. Okay, now. Trigger is ready to go. Uh-oh!
Oh, no.
And he's got a super on deck.
Those sick combos, Brian. Let me see the content creator combo that you got, bro. Pick him up with the medium. Into the super. Yes, sir. And then with the Genki Dama. Good. Ah! Not enough for the kill.
Not enough?
One touch. Yo, that could have been into the super.
Could have been huge. Could have been huge. Smug in trouble. 20 on the clock. Brian not doing anything. No fireballs. Barely a challenge. 15 on the clock. There it is. Brian finds the round. He puts himself at match point.
Final round. Saw that Smug was looking for that super, looking for that one button to whip punish and to seal it. You wish you could, but not in my hood. Brian F. on set point.
What a whip punish. Look at this from Smug. Here comes the Tengu. Safety here, yes.
Don't touch a dang button. Oh, for medium. You're the corner carry, and that's the benefit. You're not getting a lot of damage. You get the corner carry, and you got to really make your magic happen here.
Yeah, the knockdown comes from Smug. And now Brian knows he really can't throw a fireball. Super's there. B-skill there. No more super.
And the bar is built down on Brian F's side, too. Getting closer and closer. Can he survive enough for the super situation? Finds the EX. For medium. The Tatsu to do it. Brian F taking down Smug in a 3-0.
Oro wins.
Oh my God. And I can't believe I heard that from the screen. Oro wins.
Oro wins. Not just as Oro win. Oro goes 3-0.
I guess we got a new title for Brian F's new video. Is Oro strong?
Is Oro the best?
Is Oro the best character in the game?
Question mark, but right now he's making it look like that maybe so. There are now only 2 players left on Team RobTV.
Oh my God.
You got Punk, who needs to be coming up next. Yeah, there's no decision to be made here.
Right,
no decision.
They have to do it.
It's going to be Punk versus Idom in the next one.
I cannot believe we are getting this match. And then this weekend, we also get it for the CPT, which we'll get into way later. But this is super sick right here. A first of 3 between the best and the best in the U.S., maybe the world. Oh yeah. My God. I'm sorry if I toss stuff around, but I guess I can calm down a little bit as we go back to the last match like that. Brian F. sticking with the Oro. You said that he was been sticking with this character, hasn't played Balrog since CPT. Honestly, I would love to see the Oro back then. You know, would have might have got the win. I don't know if Brian or if Rob knew the matchup like that, but I do agree with there are some points where even if you don't know the matchup, you can still get that win. And I think if Slug had switched things, we might be seeing a different end. We might be seeing something different with, you know, maybe Rog would have been the pick to do it. But I understand why he went to G.
Yeah, I do agree that Boxer maybe was a better choice. It didn't work out regardless. Let's take a look back at it with the Arby's meaty moment.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Oh man, look at this. The juggling going on here. The combos going on here. Oh man, the links going on. Those links were crispy. They were juicy. Like crispy, juicy chicken from Arby's.
Wow, delicious and nutritious. I don't know if they're nutritious, but who cares? They taste good. Also, what tasted real good is if you're an Oral player, you have a lot to gather from these matches because Brian F's aggression in the neutral was something I rarely ever see from Oral players in that mid-range kind of game. He's so confident with a character that doesn't have the best buttons, and even this is one reason why some people dropped him on release. They're like, this character does not have, you know, he's a lot of negativity around the buttons. -4, -6, all these things like that. But you see how he played around in some situations. And also in the bust outs that he had good reads on what Smug wanted to do on the wake up. No baits on the DPs.
It was going to need to have been a really big comeback from Smug, obviously. He was going to need to have been a true hero. A roast turkey hero. From Arby's.
Well, I'll tell you though, the true heroes out here are our sponsors. Let's give some love to Astro. Y'all done hear the crispy sounds from the players in the back like that. If you want to have that, go ahead and hit up your own Astro products. At the bottom of the screen, y'all can find a link and go there and pick up some right now. They're in store.
You saw us showing these off earlier here. Your favorite Street Fighter characters are now available, in fact, as Magic the Gathering cards at secretlair.wizards.com. For the first time, Chun-Li, Ryu, Ken, and more iconic characters are transformed into powerful cards, perfect for your collection. Check out the Saturday broadcast for the reveal of Secret Lair X Street Fighter's exciting secret card.
And if we're speaking about favorite Street Fighter characters, El Fuerte, Rolento, all the favorite ones, Blanca too as well, are all featured in Street Fighter Duel. It's a variety PvP game that plays with tournaments and in-game rewards that you guys will be inspired to fight. You can download it now in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. Other regions will be coming soon. Follow Ryu, Chun-Li, and others to explore the mysterious organization, experience the classic stories of all your favorite fighters, and recall memories of original Street Fighter games. Counter, stun, and combos and supers all are there. So get aware. Go ahead and download that if you're in the regions. If you're not, wait for it to drop.
Cinco, did you just say our favorite Street Fighter characters like Rolento and El Fuerte?
Who doesn't love Rolento?
And El Fuerte?
Okay, that one else.
I actually love El Fuerte myself. I was going to say, I really appreciate you bringing up, just like you talking up Dulcim earlier. I don't know what the deal is on your side today, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be. Excuse me. Anyway.
Nice work. Well, look. We have, as you saw, Idom versus Punk coming up very shortly. Two of the best on Earth for sure. Quite a lot of story behind that, which we will talk about after this.
Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand have turned to feast. So fly, time to fly. Glory waits for those who fight. We unite, we are Street Fighters.
I guess it's time to start warming up. Riders have to strike out on their own.
Let's do this.
course, we are back with the no neutral 5v5 exhibition. 5 of the best players in the US on each of these teams. A bunch of different variety in terms of where they're from, which characters they like to use, personalities, all sorts of great stuff. And right now, boy, it could not be much better than the one we are teeing up, as it will be Punk versus IDOM. Yet again, a match that we have seen many times, including at the absolute highest level, of course. Capcom Cup Finals.
Not only seen that, NLBCs recently.
Oh yeah.
As, you know, COVID has hit us. You know, going to the online scene. Seen them in other tournaments like that, and we're going to see them this weekend also play. And who knows the results that's going to be right. But what I do know is we're going to see some results right here. A nice little preview. I wouldn't even say preview. This is not an appetizer. This is still a main course. And y'all still going to be hungry for it, of course, this weekend. But right now, Punk versus IDOM. Oh my, I'm so sorry to the production crew for what I might do. Because this match is going to be super sick. This match always got some heat. And neither of them want to face defeat because Punk and IDOM have been playing time and time again. You know, as you said before, the Capcom Cup win went to IDOM. And you know that Punk wants that revenge every so often. You know what I'm saying? He sees them up on the screen. He'd be playing mean.
That's right. And look, in general, when it comes to their overall match record, it's a 54% to 46% advantage in favor of
Punk. Yeah.
Punk has the slight advantage. That said, I mean, it's such a close situation. Of course, we have seen IDOM take the W many times. Coming into this, I really don't even know which characters to expect.
I really don't either.
I don't know what to expect every time I see Punk nowadays. Obviously, the Karen is the one that we most associate with him, but he's made it to winners finals and grand finals of big majors not even too long ago, using characters like Rose and Vega and Ken, etc. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. And on IDOM's side, he was actually talking about using somebody else, not using Laura or Poison. What do you think about this?
Bro, I told him in the back, don't do it to me like that, okay? Don't play that G. Get that out of here. Don't do it. But I will say this, though. He has been less and less on the Laura grind. It's all the time with the Poison, you know. Every so often he'll pull the Laura pick, right? But he wants to move more towards the Poison pick, and some of that was because Art made him angry.
Right.
But it's just like the V shift and how he feels about that mechanic against a grappler character like her has kind of stifled, and even though you see these sick, cool comebacks and decimations from domination, it does wear on him in terms of, oh, they can just V-shift out before I try to get my win. They just get away, stay out of danger. They just stay away. And again, the Poison pick on the screen. And I like that we were seeing the kid pick Punk versus IDOM. Let's get it.
If you have victory purpose like Punk does, if you have pressure like he does, one of the things everybody talks about with Punk is that his grab mix-ups are ridiculous. Ken is so strong for those.
And he's been bought this season. He punched DP.
Yeah, man.
The pushback on the crush.
It all turns into Oki, dude.
Oh, not like that, though. Big damage. Stun racking up.
Cooking up a little bit, too. Punk getting away. What a moment to pick. Just as V-Skill came out for Ken, it's like IDOM knew. It's like he had a crystal ball. He knew exactly what was coming out, bringing out Crouching Fierce.
Pondering his orb. IDOM. Getting hit, though. The DP Oki time. So IDOM stays fine, able to get a hit and push him back like that to mid-screen. Around this distance is not too bad. You want to wait for that Fierce to whiff, or the Crouch Fierce to whiff. Even if you don't get a hit, you can still get the dash in on the negative frame situation. You see right there, Punk trying to push him in the corner.
Okay, yes, challenging well. Jumps in at perfectly. Great timing for it. He's got pressure out up close, supers on deck. He's a scary man. Oh, baby.
Oh.
What a challenge! It wasn't into a combo.
Had to do it. The reversal puts it back in the corner. EX. One more touch to connect to seal it. The challenge and the defeat right here, Punk. Placing his buttons too. We talk about how good IDOM is in reading someone's their rhythm and stuff like that. He's probably one of the best at it too. Same with Punk, but he's got a different template for it. Didn't find the hit though. Unfortunate inconsistency.
Plus frames into not much. Wow. Punk bringing out the overhead at a very unusual time. Trying to scheme his way forward, dashing occasionally, jumping occasionally, using the V-Rev.
Entire EXDP gets the Oki, of course, and he's trying to look for that finesse and bless. No. IDOM, block it. The crush off the heavy. Tatsu at the ready. Put him in the corner.
All about defense now for Idom. He's stuck in the corner. Ooh, a little bit too far away from sweep. Noken from there.
These options disallowing the activation finally comes through on block though.
Both of them was super. Just jumps out. He's out of there.
How that fierce hit, and that is gonna be into the super. What a time for Idom to swing it out like that. Let it hang. Oh my God.
Amazing stuff. And he just jumped out. I mean, if you think about it, just even a few seconds before that, he was caught in the corner. He was slowly losing life here and there. It was getting whittled away. Man held up, and he was right. He was right.
Sometimes you hold up north so you don't go south, all right? That's just how it be. But, again, the reason both the players, and to stay solid against Ken, who has some of the best corner pressure in the business. This character has DPs and throws that put you right there in the fierce crouching medium kick, the buff the crouching medium punch as well, too. And then, you know, you have all this damage to output, too, as well. Just, he's so strong. He's so strong. And someone like Punk maybe doesn't have all the tech with Ken, but this is his favorite character, and this is one that he's been rocking with. And I think if he switches right now, I think it'll be to his detriment. I think Ken is the pick. He does have the Karen, but I think Karen does not as, we get to take a lot of risk and not as much reward. We saw that in so many times where they fought each other, where he has to take a lot of risk, try to find jump and heavy kick with a range, but it's not always there. Crouching medium punch stuffs that. If you try to come through in the mid screen, you're losing so much health, and Ken has a lot more to play with. And there it is.
He agrees with you. He's back in for Ken. Versus Poison. Again, we talked with the players a little bit about how they view their characters, and you know, Idom does not believe that Laura is as strong as many other players do. So it's Poison for him.
I mean, I agree. This is a matchup probably that you probably wouldn't play as Laura either way. But I do like the fact that, you know, he's sticking with the Poison pick, because even in matchups where it might be uncomfortable for her, she can still find ways to weigh the damage output, the fact that she can route things back to the zoning. Yeah, zoning, by the way, with the EX whip and play. That's it's a dangerous character, no matter who you fight.
Yeah, she's just very stable if you're strong with her, and of course he is. And he's making Punk pay as he slowly approaches. Not a lot of damage at once so far. It's just individual hits that have added up to more than half life already gone.
It's the activation, the throw. Oh, look at the corner carry.
Yes.
Confirmed.